Same for some of us, the same for all of us. Let me say it in my best Virginian accent. This is for all of we. You rock with AllAhWeTv, the #1. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you don't know it's Lady Lava representing for AllAhWeTv. You don't know who said that Lady Lava, Queen of the Freak.
Yo, good morning, Virgin Island. This is your boy, Jaron from The Muse. Hey, when I wake up in the morning, I always have to tune in to my man, MLP, on Rise Up on AllAhWeTv. Come join us.
All right, good morning and Rise Up. Good morning, welcome to AllAhWeTv. Morning show here, Rise Up on AllAhWeTv. Good morning to our massive and crew, our islands, our people all over. We just want to say good morning to you and welcome. Today's a good day. Why? Because today we're just speaking with the political aspirants, our friends, our partners who are seeking office for service. They're seeking office to serve our people, serve our community right here in the Virgin Islands. And no better job than service to your community, offering yourself. So this morning we're here joined with Mr. Rudy. I say Rudy, but he's Rudell Hodge. You guys say your name as it on the ballot. How's the name on the ballot?
So my name on the ballot is Rudell A. Hodge Jr. I am a junior. There's a Rudell A. Hodge Sr. But I'm commonly known as Rudy. So it's Rudy for Senate.
All right, Rudy. Listen, you've been here before. Thank you for that.
Yes.
You came through and we had our conversations, we had our talks. How has the journey been for you and the pursuit? You're going to talk today. We are like last snap stretch. Rudy, you got to get relaxed. Rudy's a lawyer. He's going to tell you about himself. Rudy,
yes.
Rudy, to be serious. Rudy, you're in court, man.
Okay.
The judging on sanction you.
No problem. Let's get relaxed.
So, how has the journey been and this pursuit for office? And then, how has it been? And was it different to what you imagined?
So, if my memory serves me correctly, the last time I was on your esteemed show was in February. Okay. This was shortly after my public announcement of my intention to run in January for the Martin Luther King Day event for Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity. And in terms of the journey, it has been expected. Mm-hmm. It is a marathon plus a sprint, a combination of both. Okay. It's something that you have to go in daily and you make those incremental strives to get to your goal. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of attending community events that you probably never used to attend or probably wasn't on your radar, but now everybody's saying, hey, you need to be here, you need to be here, you need to be here, and you just try to manage your time in the best way possible because at NLBL you're only one person. Mm-hmm. It's also just, navigating political channels and just having your name being spoken in places that probably wasn't spoken about before. I could talk about, at the start of the campaign trail, I could see more and more people getting familiar with my name and coming up to me and saying, hey, I saw you on this, I want to vote for you, I like what you're doing, and just continuing that process. So it's been very similar to what I expected, but once you experience it, it is something unique, right? Campaigning in the Virgin Islands is a unique experience comparative to the rest of the world, and it's really something that once you actually put yourself up for office, you actually truly experience. This is not technically my first campaign, because I did run a campaign for the Constitutional Convention in 2024, but this is my first senatorial campaign where there's a lot of eyes and ears watching, especially in this very important gubernatorial year.
All right, so I'm about to ask you the typical questions, why vote for you, and let you say things in your own words, but really have a commercial. You have
do.
a commercial, so
I do,
we're
I
going to
do.
play Rudy's commercial. Let you see, let him explain, and from the commercial and the details, we're going to expand and get a little deeper into it. So this is Mr. Rudell Hodge, and what number are you there on the ballot?
I am number 12 on the Democratic primary ballot. Number 12 on the Democratic primary ballot. So that's the very last number, so we can start from the bottom up. All right, bottom up.
I got to put a camera here. You say talk to the camera.
Yes. So my name is Rudell Hodge Jr. I am number 12 on the Democratic primary ballot, and we're starting from number 12, which is the bottom number. So we're starting from the bottom up. Again, bottom up.
I love it. I love campaign season, man. This is Mr. Rudell Hodge. I want to say thank you for being here.
No problem.
Right here on the Rise Up Morning Show and AllAhWeTv.
I'm Rudell A. Hodge Jr., Esquire, born and raised right here in the Virgin Islands. I'm running for the 37th legislature because I believe the Virgin Islands deserves leadership that combines fresh ideas with a deep respect for our home. We create things, we see issues, but we don't create plans and solutions for those issues. I want to solve some of the core issues. I want to solve WAPA. I want to solve our healthcare crisis. I want to solve the reason that we have brain drain. I want to create a better Virgin Islands for Virgin Islanders because Virgin Islands is my home. Every year, I watch more of us get priced out, pushed out, or forced to leave the Virgin Islands just to build a better life. My platform is PROP, preservation, which is preserving the Virgin Islands that we collectively want. Respect, we need to respect our elders, we need to respect our vendors, we need to respect our island itself by recycling. Opportunity, right now the Virgin Islands is facing immense brain drain, and we need to create opportunity for Virgin Islanders to stay and live and strive. Preparation, we have to prepare for the new world. This world is getting digitalized. This world is becoming blockchain, crypto, tech focused. And if the Virgin Islands doesn't focus on those things, we're going to be left behind even more. With the right policy, the right tools, and a leader committed to the future of the Virgin Islands, we can prop up our communities to keep home, home. I am Rudell Hodge Jr., and this is the future.
I love it right there, Rudy for Senate, the future. ElectRudy.com. You got it right there. So, Mr. Hodge, you have a very creative commercial there. I see combines people, and you laid it out. You laid out your 3 to 4 categories: respect for elders. You got to pay the vendors. We got to be looking at our future. So, you expand upon that. What went into ultimately, we're going to say what made you want to run for Senate. And what made you focus on those categories?
Hey, thank you. So when you think about it, and just think about where the Virgin Islands is, and also my positionality in the Virgin Islands. I am a 30-year-old millennial that's closer to the Generation Z, so you could quote-unquote call me as a millennial. So I have a unique perspective of this world. I was raised in a digital world. I'm a digital native, and seeing the trajectory of our Senate and the territory as a whole, I see that there has been a lack of representation for my age group. I will be, if elected, I'll be the youngest senator. I'll also be the only senator who actually has legal training as an attorney. And I thought that was important to bring that mix into our Senate, especially with how the Virgin Islands is about to change rapidly because of the unlocking of this emergency funds from the hurricanes and COVID. There's approximately $22 billion that's going to be poured into the territory over the next 10 years if the Virgin Islands does what it needs to do. And I think it's very important that we have diversity of thought, diversity of experience, diversity of ages in the Senate to actually truly look at all the issues that's facing the modern Virgin Islander, because the Virgin Islands is a diverse place. It's not just made out of one specific group. It's made up of a variety of groups, and right now our Senate really is representational of only a few of those groups. And I wanted to put myself as one of the first people in my age group as a public servant in that space. And it really boils down to who else would have did it, right? Looking at the Constitutional Convention, looking at who ran, I was the only one person who ran actually on the ballot in my age group, right? Looking at this senatorial race, I'm one of the few people who's running in that age group, mostly, and I'm only the youngest Democrat in this bunch. There are some younger independent candidates, but again, it's not. I think it was not representational of the Virgin Islands not to have somebody in my age group actually putting themselves up to showcase that, hey, we actually can influence this Virgin Islands if we collectively choose to do such.
Have you ever, as you spoke about the brain drain and having the feeling like you want to depart. Have you ever experienced that yourself?
No. Well, so...
And tell us the reason why you're here, because I had to ask you when we started. I said, Rudy, I asked you what kind of lawyer are you?
Yes. So let me answer those two questions. So no,
before you go to the brain drain and want to depart, I want to build up the question,
okay.
And I'm going to build up to, and you're going to see where we're going with it. So, what type of lawyer?
So I'm a transactional lawyer. I do a lot of corporation formations. I do a lot of contract review, contract research, business research. I do a lot of administrative law. I do a lot of transactional work, so work that helps people before they actually have to go sit in front of a judge, right? I might draft a demand letter, so if you owe money, I will draft a demand letter and negotiate with the person that owes you, but I'm trying to have at least litigation as possible because litigation is slow and expensive, and I want to help people in the most effective and efficient manner. So that's the type of work that I do.
You find the pay in the Virgin Islands?
The pay in the Virgin Islands?
No, not for you. But when you get between the two parties and you representing one, do you find the other party who they tend to pay?
So I mean, usually when you're dealing with an attorney, the other party has, for whatever reason, decided not to pay for a variety of reasons. It might be because the contract says you did not do something properly and they try to use that as an excuse, right? Or they are just, bad actors who get service and don't choose to pay, right? But that's usually when you introduce an attorney or a lawyer into the situation because you have, went through all your remedies, tried to talk to them one-on-one, call them, reaching out, and they have not paid you. So usually when an attorney is involved, it's one of the parties not willing to pay.
But do they pay?
Most of the time they do pay, right? Sometimes you do have to go further and go to litigation, but once you start bringing in an attorney, most people do understand that, the other party is serious about getting the money, and they usually do start moving towards making a payment plan or actually paying the whole sum up front.
Okay, so I had the impression that you worked at some time for the legislature.
So no, I never worked for the legislature. I was asked to work in the legislature. I've often been in the legislature especially in my capacity as a delegate to the Constitution Convention. But I did not work for the legislature of the Virgin Islands.
We were having an offline conversation, and you were telling me one of the reasons why you're here. See where we're building up the question?
Yes.
Talked about that. So
I graduated law school in 2022. And at that point, I did notice my grandmother's health deteriorating. She has the common, conditions that affect Virgin Islanders, sugar, high blood pressure, so forth and so on. But I saw her memory deteriorating, so I was getting concerned that she might have been developing Alzheimer's or dementia. So I came back home primarily to be a point of contact and one of our primary caregivers. All of her children has left and went on to the States. So I decided to come home to help manage her health. I also helped take care of the family business because she was once helping my grandfather, but she's no longer able to do as much. So it really came back home to plant roots in the Virgin Islands, take care of my family, take care of my grandmother who helped raise me. She was actually the candy woman by high school at Barbell Plaza, so many people know her. And that was
in the store?
In the store.
In the store?
Yes.
Okay.
For many years. She worked there for almost 20 years.
All right.
Yeah.
The popcorn and the lollipop and things like that. All right.
Yeah.
Charlotte Amali.
Charlotte Amali.
Charlotte Amali.
It has other high schools. We do acknowledge this.
All right. So, I gotta say much respect to you and being caretaker, one of the caretakers, and giving that love, care, support, because many people don't realize, once a man, twice a child.
For sure.
And we are all going to be in that spot one way or the other.
Yes.
One way or the other, we're going to be in that spot. So, you got to have patience.
For sure, yes.
You got to have patience, and it takes a lot of love. It takes a lot of... The other day, I was coming to the morning show. We started it late. But there was a gentleman coming out of Bodo, and this is like 5 o'clock in the morning, and he was just nice gentleman, but he didn't know where he was going. So after a few calls, connected with his family, and dropped him home.
Yes,
I got to work late. We started the morning show late, but it felt good that the gentleman was home safely. And at some point, I was like, man, I don't want to take up your time, but you know, I just gotta say respect for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Because I was like, man, I can't stay with this man all day. I might need to drop you to the police station, but like, what kind of condition? I don't want him in a cell.
Yes.
I don't want him to just be there and just waiting. But I was happy to connect with his family, get him home. But for yourself, who's doing that and being back home, taking care of your elderly grandmother, respect, and even for yourself as an aspirant for Senate, when we talk about engagement for children,
Yes.
we got to also think about engagement for seniors because
Of
they ain't
course.
done yet.
No.
And sometimes people just parking them up in front of a TV screen, and that's not good enough.
No, absolutely.
You know, so respect to you and you know, and your pursuit. And I just want to let people, you know, share that because I didn't know. I thought you were working in a law firm or, like I said, legislature. And I didn't know that aspect of you.
Yeah, no, that's just one of the many aspects of Rudy. I carry a lot of hats. I am a very community-driven person. Just to talk about some of the other things I do in the Virgin Islands, I have been a multi-year coach for the moot court team at Charlotte and Molly High School. I'm currently a board member for Zero Tolerance and also for the Family Resource Center. So I'm doing a lot of different other things, not just the law and taking care of my grandmother. And again, I am a delegate to the 6th Constitutional Convention elected in 2024.
So you've been on panels, you've been in, I don't want to say debates, but you've been on the forums.
Yes.
Your opportunity right here, as we know, today is the last day for early voting here in the Virgin Islands. I go and vote, because I go to St. Croix Saturday. And today's the last day for early voting in the Virgin Islands. Vote. And Saturday is primary election day. Use this opportunity to talk, connect to anyone watching you, and why vote for you, what makes you unique, and sell yourself.
Absolutely. So, good morning to the Virgin Islands. Again, my name is Riddell A. Hodge Jr., number 12 on the Democratic primary ballot. And very simply, why you should vote for Rudy is, do you want a Virgin Islands that is prepared for the future? Do you want a diverse Senate with there's lawyers, youthful people who could give diverse opinions and perspectives and actually outline things that needs to change for our modern Virgin Islands? I present that opportunity to the modern Virgin Island voter. I present that opportunity to the entirety of the Virgin Islands, right? My platform is very simple. It's called PROP, which is standing for Propping Up the Virgin Islands. It stands for P for preservation, preserving the Virgin Islands that we collectively want. Because, as you guys may or may not know, there's over $22 billion that is going to be pouring into the territory as we unlock these recovery funds from COVID and the hurricanes. 2, it will be respect. Return respect to our elders, respect to our vendors. We have to make sure that as a government we are paying our vendors to make sure we have a circular economy in the Virgin Islands, and also respecting our island itself. I would like to see, and I will hope to achieve, a actual sustainable recycling program in the Virgin Islands so we can actually get some of this waste and debris off our island to beautify our island. Now, O is opportunity. We have to provide opportunity for our youths in the Virgin Islands to prevent brain drain. It's very disheartening to talk to high school students and college students that state that they're only here until they graduate and then they're leaving the island for other opportunities in the States because there's nothing for them in the Virgin Islands. And we have to dissuade our youth, our future, from leaving because that creates a brain drain. Something that people are not paying attention to enough is the declining birth rate in the Virgin Islands. And if our youths are leaving and we have a declining birth rate, we're going to have a collapsed society. This is something I'm truly passionate about, and one way I hope to solve this with my colleagues, if elected, would be requiring every single contract for our recovery and development from hurricanes and the COVID would actually have a stipulation that requires internships and externships for high school students and our college students at UVI, making sure that money goes back into the public pockets to actually circularly transfer into our economy. Next will be preparation. The Virgin Islands has to prepare, right? We have to prepare for this new digital age that has been ushered in by COVID, and also the developments in AI, blockchain, machine learning, quantum computing. These are things that the everyday Virgin Islander is not thinking about and needs people in the Senate actually actively engaging with, because of the Virgin Islands is in a very unique position that we are affected by the world. For example, a war in Iran affects the Virgin Islands. We saw how gas prices increased by a war that was independent from us, right? There are things in technology that the Virgin Islands people are not paying attention to that is going to affect our everyday life, and we have to prepare for those things. And I bring that technical expertise and technical knowledge to the Senate, if elected, to actually put that on the radar of our senators so we can actually make strong plans and preparations for the future of the Virgin Islands and the future of the world. Those are my 4 platforms. I do have some key legislation drafts and sample bills on my website. That's ELECTRUDI.com. Again, that's ELECTRUDI.com. This website was built by myself using these modern tools. I'm looking forward to you guys visiting my website and getting a little bit more knowledge about myself.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we're going to step left. When we come back, what I want to talk with you about is we want to find out what committee, once elected, what committee you're looking at heading. And, I want you to say, you may have done this before when you were here or not. 2 things. Not even say 3. 2 things that the current or previous legislature done good, or 2 things that they could have done better. Okay. 2 things they have done good, better, and what committee you think once elected, committee or committees, you would like to see yourself spearheading. All right, we are here live with Rudy. Rudy is the aspirant for Senate here on the 2026 primary opportunity what we have taking place right here in the Virgin Islands. And once successful and he gets your vote, he moves on to the general election. So Rudy is saying vote for him. You're hearing about his mission, his thoughts, his values, all the core beliefs, and why he deserves your vote. This is the Rise Up Morning Show, and you know what it's all about? An informed decision. Because informed decision is the right decision, and it's a happy decision. All right, early voting ends today here in the United States Virgin Islands, and on Saturday is primary election day. We're going to step left. When we come back, we're getting into it, Rudy. We're talking a little more. So don't go no places. AllAhWeTv, we're brought to you by One Communications, Miss Naturalista, St. Thomas Federal Credit Union, and who? The Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority. I always got to say, Tire Kingdom Auto Depot. Tire Kingdom Auto Depot, they keep you rolling. And once Tire Kingdom got you rolling, Racetrack Gas Station have you fuel up. Don't touch that dial.
Clear blue skies, sun on my skin, trade winds talking, it's calling me in. Smiles from the shorelines, craft with our hands, turning old stories into new plans. One living image of the Virgin Islands. All of our colors moving as one. Rhythm and motion, culture colliding. USVI, we rise with the sun. We use what's around us, turn it to magic. One big picture of the Virgin Islands. Yeah, one Virgin Islands. We make one big picture of the Virgin Islands.
Welcome to the U.S. Virgin Islands, where the American Caribbean meets opportunity. With direct access to the global marketplace, discover a business environment designed to help you succeed.
Good ideas can be realized here.
We have wraparound services. We offer tax incentives. We offer access to capital. Companies that relocate here can get customer care second to none here from the Economic Development Authority.
We located in the Virgin Islands because of easy access of shipping and freight and cargo.
I welcome you to come to the Virgin Islands. Do business with us, expand, start. We're happy to have you. And while you're here, enjoy our lovely sunsets.
To explore a new horizon for your business, please visit our website at www.usvieda.org.
I'm Riddell A. Hodge Jr., Esquire, born and raised right here in the Virgin Islands. I'm running for the 37th legislature because I believe the Virgin Islands deserves leadership that combines fresh ideas with a deep respect for our home. We create things, we see issues, but we don't create plans and solutions for those issues. I want to solve some of the core issues. I want to solve WAPA. I want to solve our healthcare crisis. I want to solve the reason that we have brain drain. I want to create a better Virgin Islands for Virgin Islanders because Virgin Islands is my home. Every year, I watch more of us get priced out, pushed out, or forced to leave the Virgin Islands just to build a better life. My platform is PROP, preservation, which is preserving the Virgin Islands that we collectively want. Respect, we need to respect our elders, we need to respect our vendors, we need to respect our island itself by recycling. Opportunity, right now the Virgin Islands is facing immense brain drain, and we need to create opportunity for Virgin Islanders to stay and live and strive. Preparation, we have to prepare for the new world. This world is getting digitalized, this world is becoming blockchain, crypto, tech focused, and if the Virgin Islands doesn't focus on those things, we're going to be left behind even more. With the right policy, the right tools, and a leader committed to the future of the Virgin Islands, we can prop up our communities to keep home, home. I am Rudolph Hodge Jr., and this is the future.
That's my brother right here, Mr. Rudy, for Senate. And you want to look for his number. Rudy says, on primary election day, go from the bottom up.
Yes, bottom up.
Wait, sorry, I had to make close. He said go.
Yes, we are voting from the bottom up. Number 12 on your ballot, Rudolph Hodge Jr., also known as Rudy.
Okay, so before we went to the break, we were talking, and what committee or committees you think your expertise, your training will be best suited for, and two things the current or previous legislature did that was good, or two things they did, and two things two things that you didn't like that they did.
Okay, so to answer your very first question, I see myself on Rules and Judiciary, especially because of my legal background. One thing that I truly think the Virgin Islands needs in this upcoming 37 legislature is actually a modernization of our outdated VI code. It's time for us to truly focus on updating our VI code, to modernize it, to actually work for the modern day Virgin Islands. There's a lot of inconsistencies in the code right now. There's a lot of outdated information, outdated numbers and factors in the code, and it's time for a senator to actually do the unattractive work that's actually going to benefit the entirety of the Virgin Islands by updating our VI code, and I will be that senator that does that if elected. In terms of what the 36th legislature has done or hasn't done, I would say I'm not necessarily a fan of the current and past gun bill. I think it wasn't fully thought through, especially to protect gun owners in the territory, who are actually the ones who are doing their job and registering their firearms. And there was some conflicts where I believe just persuasive Fifth Circuit case law that basically said that what we are trying to do is actually already been kind of deemed unconstitutional at a U.S. level. I have seen some potential amendments. Carla Joseph has submitted some potential amendments to that new passed gun law, and I do hope that it will be passed to amend it. I also would commend them for their stance against Summer's End, especially where it was the issue with was the permit expired or not expired, and then the governor asking the Senate to have this special session just to vote on this issue. I do commend them for holding a strong position that, hey, based on the criteria for this permit, it seems that they're out of time and there is an expired permit, so they will have to start the process over, and we cannot go against the law that we created with the CZM and their judgment on this. So that's something I also commend them on. Additionally, there has been some things that I really did. I commend our legislature for accomplishing, especially when we had this government shutdown and they came together and located some of the rainy day funds to give to our most at-risk Virgin Islanders who was facing food insecurity situations and other crises during this extended federal government shutdown. That's something I also will commend our senators. And I also, in terms of maybe distracting from our senators in terms of what they have done or haven't done, I still think that there's more to be done with our hospitals. There was a bill earlier this year, but I do think there's a lot more to be done, specifically when we're looking at, the redevelopment of our hospitals in the territory.
All right. I like it. All right, Rudy, it's sounding good.
Thank you.
You're feeling good. I mean, we talked to you about how the journey has been for you. Definitely, like you talked about, connecting to your age group and being a face, a representation for our age groups, unlike the typical that we see and that demographic there. But how are you doing connecting to that age group? We're talking about our parents and our parents' parents, who are sometimes some of the larger voters.
Yes, so targeting the greatest voting representation of voting blocks has been something I've been actively engaging. I have been putting myself at community events, making sure I talk to every elder in the room, discuss my platform, try to get them to go to my website so they can read a little bit more about myself, and just having that in-person communication. I have done radio, I have done the senatorial forums, I have tried to put myself in positions that this age group that might not be the most tech savvy, because I am running a very digitalized, modern campaign focusing on digital apparatuses, because I am trying to engage a voting bloc of Virgin Islanders who have not typically represented themselves in the primary and also the general election. That is something I'm truly targeting because that is important for representation. But I am doing my due diligence, making sure I visit the old people homes, do those things to actually get that older vote, and also relying on my network, relying on my grandparents and my father and my mom's friends and peers, because that also spreads the message. This is a grassroots campaign. We are not trying to spend exorbitant amounts of money on persuading voters to vote on us.
And Rudy frugal.
And Rudy is not frugal. Rudy truly believes that the combination of money and politics is a disservice to the interests of the people. Because when you introduce money into politics, you are already creating an incentive for politicians to side with the money versus the needs of the everyday people. And I am for the everyday people, and that's why I'm running a grassroots campaign to actually influence change for the everyday Virgin Islander.
I love it. You come back from that one, good boy.
I try a little thing.
Now, we talked about your connection to, of course, the larger voting black, being the older population.
Yeah.
And when I say older, I mean the 50 plus.
Yes.
And beyond. When you talk to your peers, and even your peers who are current friends and who are not friends, what are their reaction to see you running?
Well, a lot of my media peers, so I'll talk about the people who went to high school with me, had summer programs with me, did things with me. They are all very excited for my potential as a senator, and a lot of my peers are already calling me senator because they truly believe in what I can bring to the table as a senator. When I start talking to individuals that's not in that inner circle of having experiences with me and having those conversations, they are also too excited. Even though they don't necessarily know me on a super personal level, they have heard about me from their friends, from their family members, from their peers that we have mutual connections to, and they have already saw and heard how well they have spoken about me, what my accolades are, being a 30-year-old attorney, graduating from law school, being on the Constitution Convention, being on the Family Resource Center board, doing a variety of things in this community, and they are very excited for the potential of me being senator. Now, the question as always comes down to, will they actually go out to vote? And that is a question I truly hope that our youths of the Virgin Islands, especially the demographic between 18 and 35, goes out, register to vote, and actually participate in voting. I know one thing that was very common on campaign trail is people are adverse to registering to vote because of, quote unquote, being selected for jury duty. But that's your civic responsibility, and that's something
you know what? We shouldn't word it like that. Sorry to cut you off. We shouldn't say your civic responsibility. Imagine someone, because you can't be and you correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
If you are technically close to someone, you can't serve in the jury pool.
Yes.
However, if you represent the same values you connect with someone, you would want to be on jury to give that person a fair shot.
Correct.
Unlike someone who doesn't connect with that person and may stereotype them, may blackball them, such and such. That's why there's a jury of your peers.
Correct.
To represent you and to make that decision.
Yeah.
And to connect with you. So I said connect with you. So when we say your civic duty, it going over people here. But when you watch the jury, you go in a courthouse and you're like, man, none of them look like so and so, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't look like they walk their life.
Yes.
You understand?
And I think the word that you're looking for is bias, right? We all going to have our biases to and from anything, right? But it's important that jury selection has a representation of your community, of your peers. And right now that is not happening because a lot of individuals are choosing not to register for that quote-unquote inability to be selected for jury duty.
All right, Rudy, we got it right there. When we come back, Rudy gonna make you final pictures. We gonna talk, but we might have some fun too. Let me find out what's Rudy's favorite food. Where Rudy like to go and lime. You know what Rudy embarrassing moment was. We gonna get a little pause now with Rudy, and then at 8:30 we be having Peter Bailey in here. We want to say good morning, but before we go, we want to tell you thank you for watching. Eric Baines give you a big thumbs up. He say, Rudy, good morning. Mr. Hart deserves your vote. Eric Baines, good morning to Country. Good morning to Robert Brown. Of course, Country is also aspirant running for Senate. That's Kashif Hamilton, Jelene Frederick, Marcy D. Saying everything, listen, submit your questions. If you have a question for Rudy, submit it. You can answer it here right now. We're going to step off, and of course, when we come back, remember, AllAhWeTv, we are supported by those who support us. We like the church. We like the church. And if they don't hit the offering plate, Whopper might cut off the light. Right, Rudy? We are really having a little fun right here. But listen, we're coming right back. And one of our other proud supporters here at AllAhWeTv is who? Check it out right now.
I am Donna Fred Gregory, candidate for governor. For far too long, investing in the St. Croix economy has been overlooked. We've seen opportunities pass us by while waiting for investment, economic growth, and the attention the Big Island deserves. It's time to awaken the sleeping giant. St. Croix has the land, the talent, the port, and the potential to become an economic engine for the Virgin Islands. Rodney and I will position St. Croix as a transshipment hub of the Caribbean, develop the South Shore Zone, and bring back environmentally friendly manufacturing plants, which will drive investment and long-term growth. When St. Croix succeeds, the entire Virgin Islands wins. Rodney and I have a path forward. Enough is enough. I'm Donna Fred Gregory, your candidate for governor of the U.S. Virgin Islands, and I approve this message.
Let's redefine getting ready. Today ain't just about stepping out, we stepping up. Starting with the essentials, the Levi Fisher bundle isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. Hydrating and grooming that bed perfectly. Next, let's not forget the skin. With Naked Luxury's Fairline Men, we taking premium care that leaves your skin irresistible. Why? Because self-care ain't just a luxury, it's a necessity. So before you head out, remember looking good is more than just clothes. It's about bringing out your natural charm. You think your woman and want to see you rough all the time? Don't forget, look good all the time. Take care of yourself.
From Miss Naturalista. Remember, the woman don't want to see you rough all the time. They want to see you looking good, being good, feeling good. And Miss Naturalista is located where? They're located in St. Thomas, right here in the Yacht Haven Grand. Right there by the entrance to the big gate, next to Wendy's Mall Shopping Center. That's where Yacht Haven Grand is. Rudy got his natty dreads them here. Rudy could go up in Naturalista too. And we hoping that on victory and primary election day, Rudy gonna do a little shake out. You know? All right. But you go see Miss Naturalista. Miss Naturalista got everything there for you. The products for you, your family. We're talking about children, adults, who else? Men, even your furry friends. They get the incenses. They get the oils. They get it, what you call it, the diffusers. They get the sprays. Because sometimes you walk around people and they get energy. You need to come and last light the incense in that workplace. You know, bless the place. That's what we need to do. But let me tell you, a good place for you to go and work is St. Thomas Federal Credit Union. And not only a good place to work, a good place for you to get a new car for Caribbean Auto Group. They get some loans going until for 3% APR, and that opportunity is good until the end of the month. We close in the month. You remember had the Big Ten sale there in the parking lot. You could get a car, whether it's Caribbean Automat, Metro Motors, Ford, or Toyota of St. Thomas. St. Thomas Federal Credit Union could make that loan happen for you. And if you're not a member of St. Thomas Federal Credit Union, but your mom, your dad, your husband, your wife is a member, they can invite you into the program and you can get a loan through St. Thomas Federal Credit Union. So listen, St. Thomas Federal Credit Union, let's hear that message and we'll be right back.
Mobile access from your phone 24 hours a day to your checking and savings accounts, even online bill pay. Unsecured loans up to 30,000, car loans to 50K. Open Monday through Friday, so come visit us today at Credit Union. Not for profit or charity, Credit Union. But for service to the community, Credit Union. Rates and more when you walk in through the door at Credit Union. St. Thomas Federal Credit Union, the best kept secret in banking. Give us a call at 340-774-1299 or visit us at www.stthomasfcu.com. We're federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. For service you can trust, visit us at St. Thomas Federal Credit Union. All loans are subject to credit approval. Some restrictions may apply.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one. Or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise. Maybe it's one dream, or one journey. One smile, one gesture, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Love that ad from One. They say we got one life, just one life. Make your choice. I love it. So, Rudy, thank you for being here with us this morning. I had a great conversation with you. But before you go, I think we did it the last time. Your favorite food?
Favorite food, I love a steak, especially a ribeye, and I also like yellowtail snapper. That is my favorite fish, fried fish. Love it.
Rudy, it's a steak.
I love a ribeye steak.
Rudy, it's a steak.
Yeah, I do like steak.
Okay.
Yeah, look.
Okay,
a lion does eat meat. Always remember this. A lion does eat meat. All right? Remember that. A lion does eat meat. Simple. I need my protein intake, and red meat is the only way I can get my protein intake.
you notice I watch.
Yeah, I know you're watching me.
you go to the restaurant and they bring out your ribeye, and everybody watching you. Not your friends, but the people watching and they're making comments.
Some, but that's from a stereotypical lens of if you have locks, you must be a Rasta, which is not a true statement. This hairstyle has existed way before the Rastafarian religion.
Okay, all right, we got you there, Rudy. We got you there. All right, favorite food you say? Like a snapper?
I like
yellowtail.
A yellowtail specifically, fried, seasoned perfectly. Yes.
Seasoned perfectly.
Yes.
All right, Rudy, you the cook?
Of course, I'm a
it is an open house, man. Come in. Peter, come in.
Come on, Peter.
Come on, Peter. We walking in. You never watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? And the people that just walk in Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. This is AllAhWeTv Neighborhood. All right, let's show you Peter Bailey is up next.
Fried yellowtail. I can cook. I also bake. I was taught by my great-grandmother, Beryl Edward Smith, from Pearson Gardens, originally from Tatola, how to bake tart. And that's something I have continued.
So you could do tart?
I could bake tart, yes.
You got a good dough?
Absolutely.
Nice and soft.
Soft.
What's your best tart you to make, Rudy?
Well, my favorite tart is pineapple, right?
Your favorite tart is pineapple?
My favorite tart is pineapple, but I make all my tarts are very well made. You can ask anybody who have ever tried my tarts how well they are made.
How come we never see your food fair selling tart?
Because I actually have not yet have a food fair. I was planning to have a fish fry. My team decided to push it back, right?
No, I'm talking about Carnival Food Fair.
For Carnival Food Fair.
You know they selling tart?
Because usually during Carnival, I'm also taking photos, I'm doing events, so it's kind of be doing everything at once. It's hard to do all those things, but I do bake tart, and that's something I've been doing for many years.
All right, Woody, the baked tart.
Yes.
He could cook.
I can cook.
He like a ribeye steak, and he like a yellowtail snapper.
Yes.
Okay, Caribbean Coco said, hey, I wasn't feeling you until now. You know? No, she joked. I say it wrong. She said, I was feeling you until now. Team Guava.
Team Guava? Oh, gosh. I mean, I love a guava tart, too, as long as you're not Team Coconut.
You like a coconut?
A little too dry for me.
When I mean you do your coconut properly?
No. My coconut is very, very moist, succulent, tasty, right? But other people's coconut, they're a little dry.
All right. What else is there? What's Rudy's extracurricular activities?
I'm an avid reader. I do a lot of hiking. I live in the ocean. I swim a lot. That's something that's my passion. I'm very technical, so I build computers. I do a lot of typical millennial things like online gaming in my free time. But it's a lot of reading. I'm a big advocate of gaining knowledge, self-discovery, and just being a constant learner because this life is about learning. And if you're not learning, you're not doing yourself a service.
I love it. That is awesome. Rudy, it's been a great morning there with you. I'm going to flip the camera back on you. You made your picture about 3 times, but we are in the final stretch right here of the road to primary elections 2026. We want to say thank you for offering yourself. Thank you for coming to AllAhWeTv. Your second time getting here. You say when you find out a direction one time, you don't got to call twice.
Not twice. I am very good at spatial recognition.
All right. But we're going to let you take your opportunity to speak with the voters right now and tell them why vote for Rudell Hodge.
So good morning again. This is Rudell A. Hodge Jr., number 12 on the Democratic primary ballot. We are starting from the bottom up because I am the last name on the ballot. Many times Virgin Islanders ask me, why are you running, Rudy? What do you add? What do you give? What can you provide to the Virgin Islands? Well, simply put, I bring diversity of thought. I bring a different perspective to leadership in the Virgin Islands. I bring technical skills, my legal knowledge, my community activism to the center of the Virgin Islands to actually effectuate change in the Virgin Islands. And, I bring a true backing in the Virgin Islands. I am a Smith, I am a Hodge, I am a Fulero, I am a Testamark. That's my family trees, right? Many people knew my great-grandmother, Beryl Smith Edwards, from Pearson Gardens as baking tarts and taking care of the elder community, and that's something I have taken into myself. My grandmother, Selena Hodge, used to take care of children. I used to help her take care of those children. That's something that's embedded into me. My great-grandfather was a pastor, a Spanish-speaking pastor in Savannah. That is embedded into me. I am for the Virgin Islands, and I truly believe in change for the Virgin Islands. And in order to effectuate and actually truly change this Virgin Islands, we have to do something different. I commend the future. I commend myself. I commend all the candidates that's running for office. But I truly hope that the Virgin Islands make the decision to vote Rudell A. Hodge Jr. on the ballot, number 12, for the Democratic primary, and then on to the general election. Thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful, blessed day.
All right, thank you for tuning in, actually, to the Rise Up Morning Show. We ain't done yet. Stick and stay, because as we say, you're getting 2 today. We're giving you as much information, much opportunity as possible, because today is the last day for early voting for the primary election. Then it's on to the general election. Last day for early voting for the primary, and then on Saturday is primary election day. Saturday is the day with all the action, all the fun, all the excitement. But for those, who want to beat the line, who want to get it through, they had from the
20th to the 29th.
The 20th to the 29th. Today's the 29th. You could go out and you could do your early voting today. I'm going today. So listen, make sure you do your thing. We have Peter Bailey coming up next. So we're going to give you a few content. We're going to make the switch right here and set. And then Peter Bailey sitting down, Peter Thala. So I got to adjust the camera, when Peter sit down. We get a lawyer and a basketball player.
I'm pretty tall myself. Peter is 6'6", I'm 6'3". So,
man, Peter looking over you, man. Peter looking down. Peter looking down all of us, man. You know what I mean? If danger coming, we want Peter look down the road. Listen, we're having a little fun, but the serious matter is at hand. The at hand is that, listen, go and vote. Vote 2026. And don't complain and don't vote. Don't be talking and don't vote. When you vote, that's your voice, that's your action, and everyone that has offered themselves, that has invested their time, their money, their family, everything, their blood, sweat, and tears, you should see them setting up posters, banging the rebar into the earth. Listen, these people have offered themselves. You say you want change. I'm excited to see the list of candidates and aspirants that have presented themselves and offered themselves. Now, public, we have to do our part. Get up, come out, and vote, okay? Get up, come out, and vote. And even if you work for somebody, tell them I go early vote today, and then they got you like, what, 2 hours off, something like that?
It's 2 hours. You have 2 hours to do your civic duty of going out to vote.
You take 15 minutes, and then the other hour and 45 minutes, you go line. You know what I mean? You do that to the end of work, and then you call it early. Do your thing. Come out, come out, come out, and vote. All right, with AllAhWeTv, we want to say thank you once again to Mr. Hodge for coming through this morning. Hey, listen, we're getting ready right now. Peter Bailey is in the studio, and we're going to switch sets, and we're going to get this thing here started. All right, it's the Rise Up Morning Show here at AllAhWeTv.
Hi, I'm Donna Fred Gregory, your candidate for governor.
And I'm Rodney Moorhead, Lieutenant Governor candidate, and we're number 3 on your ballot.
Virgin Islanders, this election is about one thing, results you can feel.
And don't wait. Early voting is from July 20th to the 29th. Primary election is going to be on August 1st. This is your opportunity to shape the United States Virgin Islands.
On August 1st, vote number 3, Donna Fred Gregory and Rodney Moorhead, Governor and Lieutenant Governor. Enough is enough. It's time for results.
I'm Donna Fred Gregory, your candidate for Governor of the U.S. Virgin Islands, and I approve this message.
Just give us a quick rundown as to the 1, 2, 3, 4 order of application for the different products you have. Okay, so start to finish. So I always wash your hair first, especially like if you're starting, if this is like this is the first time doing this line or anything, I would start with clean hair. So you would wash and condition your hair first. If you need a little extra moisture, if your hair is like super dry, then you would apply the leave-in deep conditioner. There's 2 ways you can apply it. You can apply it after you condition your hair, leave it in for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then wash it out. Or after you finish your wash routine, you can apply it after you come out the shower, you dry your hair a little bit, apply it, and then leave it in, and it will be perfectly fine. After you do that, this is the real moisturization process here. That's when you mist your hair, and then you seal it, that mist, you seal it all that moisture with your oil. That's how you use those products. Yes. And then the gel, now you just use a gel when you're styling your hair. Like if you go now, when it comes to, let's say if you have locks and you're doing a whole wash routine, you will not use the oil and the mist until you twist your hair. So you would wash your hair, clean your hair, then retwist your hair, and then apply your oil and the mist after. because the oil is this is a water-based styling gel. So the water and the oil, I have a client in here that always comes to me with a lot of oil in her hair. She want to come oiled up, and then want me to apply the gel, and then you can with the gel. With the gel, since it is a water-based gel, you can see, and water and oil, as you guys know, like you will see the difference. So I always wash, style, and then if you're doing it that way, and then apply your oil.
All that lives within me. I am not my head. I am not this skin. I am not your expectations. No. I am not my head. I am the soul.
My name is Arthur Solomon, and I'm here today to support Donna Fred Gregory and Rodney Moorhead for governor and lieutenant governor. I saw the things that she can do, her leverage, her education, her cleverness, and her smartness in doing things and getting things done. And she has been a tremendous individual in the community because she have helped a lot of people. She have also gave to a lot of organizations, and she herself have started her own organizations. My endorsement for the team is beyond reproach. Meeting Rodney also, keen individual, very good, his posture, his delivery, and with having someone like Rodney as a running mate, hey, this is going to be one of the best tickets to ever traverse in the Virgin Islands, and we're looking for your support. As today you look, she has been Assistant Commissioner of Education. She have also been the Controller of the Correction Bureau. And also, she turned out to be a very good senator where she lead the Finance Committee and also the President of the Legislature. So you can see the quality in her is really insurmountable. Is nothing really you can find to say that Donna is not the person. Her vast experience in finance is unbelievable. And she's an organizer, and she executes very good. Don't forget, Arthur Solomon endorsing Donna and Rodney.
Starts with one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch. Even one word. It can start with one step. Or one promise. Maybe it's one dream. Or one journey. One smile. One gesture. One deep breath. One leap of faith. One day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Welcome to the U.S. Virgin Islands, where the American Caribbean meets opportunity. With direct access to the global marketplace, Discover a business environment designed to help you succeed.
Good ideas can be realized here.
We have wraparound services. We offer tax incentives. We offer access to capital. Companies that relocate here can get customer care second to none here from the Economic Development Authority.
We located in the Virgin Islands because of easy access of shipping and freight and cargo.
I welcome you to come to the Virgin Islands. Do business with us, expand, start. We're happy to have you. And while you're here, enjoy our lovely sunsets.
To explore a new horizon for your business, please visit our website at www.usvieda.org.
Press the button.
Eye contact, eyes on that. Moving her waist like you got island that. I could tell how she dancing, she a island girl. Miss by the eyes, a island man too. Wine and me, don't wine and start. Grip on her waist without asking. Chat until we feeling exhausted. I just love the way she whine. Oh, she from behind. She got so, I just holding her for the ride. I just love the way she whine. So I got to whine. She go up, I go up.
I've been securing your business. Bam, bam, bam. Hey, that is, who's that on the vocals? Bugsy Bugs. Bugsy Bugs on a sing Croy. I just love the way she whines. Amazing artist, amazing talent. Shout out to Bugsy Bugs. Shout out to RVI Entertainers. Today we got double here on AllAhWeTv. Rise Up Morning Show going extended. We had Mr. Rudel Hodge, candidate aspirant for the legislature. Now we got my brother, both of my brothers. We got Mr. Peter Bailey. Peter Bailey has arrived.
Yes,
and
sir.
Peter was going through, man. I hear looking like I get biceps and thing, man. And Peter looking like you.
I mean, in the gym every morning, man. It keeps the body, it keeps the mind right. Therapy.
No, we joke a lot. We have fun. We have a good time.
Therapeutic.
We support ourselves in media. However, you have made a big step.
Yes,
You
sir.
have
Yes, sir.
switched up and you have offered yourself here to the Virgin
Yes,
Islands
sir.
and the Virgin Islands people as an aspirant for the legislature here for this 2026 election.
Yes, sir.
It's our first time sitting down with you, so you're going to tell us what excited you, what propelled you to make this decision and jump into the seat.
Yes.
Talk to us, Peter.
I pivoted. The first time we interviewed, actually, Emmett, was at UVI.
Yeah.
When I brought the first Paradise Discovered Unbreakable Virgin Islands film home. And over the course of that, Emmett, I've always been pouring into home, right? I remember being in Udorican and sitting in class and being a gifted kid, being a smart kid, not being angry at our teachers, but understanding there were certain resources they didn't have. See, I had a certain dream. It was places I wanted to go, but the environment wasn't conducive to getting me there. So I made a promise, Emmett. I made a promise to myself, if I ever become something, I would be for me. I would be for somebody else, another student, another kid from the Virgin Islands, what I wanted for me. I would build that bridge. So over the course of filming those films, and just, first of all, I want to thank the people of the Virgin Islands because when I shared our story, what was it, 20 stops throughout North America, several years.
Wow.
Yeah. We went
on tour.
We went everywhere. We went to University of Notre Dame.
Experience.
We went, University of Miami. Went everywhere. And just watching our story develop, right? So that first film was about our resilience. And that's the thing, Emmett. We're the only place in modern American history to survive 2 Category 5 storms back to back. So we captured that story. We captured that story, but in part 2 of the film, 2.0, where we speak about innovation, this thing been tugging at me. What if this happens again? Have we created a sustainable community to take us into the future so we're not in this situation again? And I was pondering, because I'm not a career politician. But I will say, Emmett, I think leadership is you're compelled. You're compelled. So my mother had a stroke. My mother had a stroke. You know, I think everybody knows I'm very close to my mother. She had a stroke about a couple years ago. And when we took her into the hospital, Emmett, they did not have, there was a specialist that they did not have. So the doctor was like, can you get her to Miami overnight? Mm-hmm. And I said, why? Well, if you don't, she's going to die. Mm-hmm. So, you know, God has blessed us to be in a certain position where we could have taken my mother up there. Mm-hmm. And while in rehab, my mother said, son, although she's a retired nurse, you know, she's always going to support the healthcare system because she's a retired nurse. But she says, son, no, something is wrong. And God puts you in a position, God puts you in a certain seat with a voice, with certain connections. You have to do something about it. So that's when I decided. I decided to run because I've had a wonderful career as a filmmaker, as people know. But I will say this, and I will tell the people of the Virgin Islands this. It's great, films, books, but this is real life.
Yeah.
This is something different. This is, I tell my friends in the entertainment business, yeah, what we do is great, whatever, but it's very self-serving to some degree, where you have people patting you on the back, oh, I love your movie, I love this. This right here, when an elderly lady looks you in the eyes and says, son, I voted for you. This lady at the gas station yesterday, where my base is at Petro's Gas, forgive me, that's why I'm retired. I've been pumping gas for the past 2 weeks. But I love it because I get to serve our community. What are you going to do to ensure that my grandson could come back home to the Virgin Islands and fulfill his dreams? It shook me that an elder in our community is asking me this question. So that's why I entered the race, Emmett. Because in a space, what we do in the political arena affects every facet of life. And as a storyteller, people ask, well, Peter, are you new to campaigning? No. I've been campaigning, advocating for our people for years. You know, I just didn't understand it was political. And I still don't think I'm political. God has given me a gift. He's given me a reach. He's given me certain relationships. He's given me an eye to understand how things should move. And I'm entering the race, you know, and thus far, it has been great to add this next chapter to my life, you know, and I tell people, Emmett, all the time, if you are fortunate enough to discover what your divine purpose is on this life and this planet, it's like no other feeling. And this is destiny. You know, I think all what I've done throughout my life, when I brought the Nightcap Show home to our students in the high schools, when we launched the Unbreakable Film Academy, the apprenticeship programs, that was the preparation for me to sit in this seat right now discussing this with you.
I love it. So, share with us
your
vision.
Yes,
share
sir.
with us the opportunities that you see Peter Bailey is looking forward. Of course, no one can do it alone.
Of course
you with the one successor, you and your colleagues, you would like to partner with them, work with them on what are the areas I see right here, the what they call it, your platform, your placard. So what are the opportunities you see expanding on what you've already shared, which you're campaigning on?
We're owning our story. We have to come back to community. And community means we look within instead of external. We invest from within. So one of my platforms is the maximizing the federal monies, right? There's this talk of the monies is always going back because I guess we're not processing the money right, or we're not allocating the money right and getting the work done. We just saw that HUD froze money. So on this platform, creating a grant office that's autonomous from the central branch, autonomous from the executive branch, to make sure these monies are spent. Every agency, every facet of Virgin Islands life, there should be a professional grant writer. Now, some people ask me, Peter, how is that separate from the federal monies? I'll give you an example. My career, Nightcap Media, was launched with grant money, right? The Knight Foundation in Miami decided, I was a writer for the Miami Herald. The Knight Foundation decided we want to make Miami, turn Miami into Silicon Valley, right? They took millions of dollars. This is the Knight Foundation. This is not the government. This is the Knight Foundation, and poured in to different tech startups to do this. They contracted me to tell that story. If you go to Miami right now, Miami is becoming a tech hub. That was with grant money. We have the Bill Gates Foundation. We have these different foundations. There's monies out there. So my goal is to get the first of its kind, an office that goes out there, gets these monies, one, to empower small businesses. You're an entrepreneur. We understand that a society runs when their small businesses are empowered. That's tier one. Tourism. I'm very familiar with tourism because one of my films, they were one of my partners on 2.0. God bless everyone is working in these agencies. I know it's not easy, but we got to rebrand. Tourism needs to go back in the hands of the people. Emmett, there's you. We have a whole legion of local content creators that are making content in robust ways, in captivating ways. Our tourism department should not be outsourcing multi- or million-dollar contracts to consultants in the States. For press releases, for events, no. We need to take micro investments and put our story and the telling of it and the promotion of it and the preservation of it into the hands of these new burgeoning local content creators. We brought Ice Show Speed here, right? The streamer. Yeah. He earns $20 million a year. Why can't we develop some of our creators along the same vein? So what does that do? Now you're empowering these local creators. They're turning into a brand. They're a brand now. They're creating product and exporting it from the Virgin Islands. So here we are. We already created a sub-economy, right? One, vocational programs. I go back to Havana, Duracan. What stops dreams? A bridge. You can't be a doctor or want to be a doctor if you don't see one, if you don't touch and feel one, right? So one of my goals is we complain that a lot of us are left. Emmett, I was of the generation, I'm not that old, I'm not that young, I'm not that old. A lot of us left because we felt there were no opportunities here. So we have Virgin Islanders across the country, across the world, at the top of industry. My goal is to build a bridge with them, start apprenticeship programs where they can pour their knowledge, their life skills, and resources into talented young Virgin Islanders to mentor them for success. $20 billion is flowing through the territory, over $20 billion to rebuild our infrastructure. What is happening? A lot of the plum construction projects, our guys are not getting the contracts. Why? They lack the paperwork, the processes. So what is happening? They're subcontractors, right? It's like a plantation. We have this issue that we think in Washington is just set in stone. No, we need leadership that's going to basically have a discussion with our partners in Washington saying, look, you guys need to tailor the federal requirements so our people can access this money and get these contracts. That's very, very critical. Beyond that, certificational school. And everything I do, I don't just talk, right? So we launched the Unbreakable Film Academy at UVI. That's the first film apprenticeship program of its kind. Finally, well, not finally, there's a lot we're doing, as you can tell. Gun violence. We see what's happening. A lot of people don't know because I'm a pastor's son, and the Bible says, let your work speak. So several years ago, Senator Myron Jackson asked me to help in coming up with an initiative to address the gun violence, enter the Office of Gun Violence Prevention. I was part of the 3-person team that got that office implemented. Kudos to getting the office up and running. Quite frankly, we're missing the mark. We're missing the mark. That office was meant to bring in faith-based leaders, sports programs, art, guys from the neighborhood that was in trouble that will act as violence interrupters. That's not happening. So my goal is to go in there. When we start something, we finish. One thing about Peter Bailey, when I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it. And if I can't do it, I'm going to say I'm going to do it. But I dedicated my talents and my time to that Office of Gun Violence. It's the first of its kind in the Caribbean. And I think it done right, with the right team, with the right people, with the right passion, it could start to curb some of the gun violence. And that's personal for me, Emmett, because I grew up in that era. We grew up in that era. That was the early 90s when the crack epidemic just hit. We didn't see violence like that. So basically, if me and your generation, if the violence began with us, we should be tasked with ending it. And that's just some of the things. But healthcare, of course, is important. I discussed the bridge. I discussed that we're in the greatest intergenerational shift in our history. Our elders have gotten older. I don't know if you've noticed. So my hub is at the gas station at Petrus. These elderly ladies, I love them to death. Every evening they come there because we have an assistant. So one of them I asked, ma'am, where's your kids? Well, I don't know. I will say this. A lot of us left. And we have a lot of elders who no one is taking care of. No one is taking. I'm not telling you in the States, you have a better opportunity or whatnot, but we have to address this. And somebody said, well, Peter, I can't come home. There's nothing for us here. Emmett, we're building something. If you're in the States, it's unfair to you to think, okay, this is going to be Miami or New York. I tell people all the time, I miss Publix. Emmett, when I came back home, I miss Publix.
Why?
Man, there's just this.
It's just beautiful and welcome.
It's just a lot of food. I can't, But I said this, Peter, if you're gonna adjust to your home, you can't do that. You have to look for things here you can't get on the mainland. And there's many things here. We can't get that view on the mainland. But I will say this for all of you saying, well, Peter, there ain't nothing for me to come home to. Los Angeles was a desert. New York was swamps and mosquitoes. Visionaries, people with ideas, people with grit, passion, and love for this land. They created something. We are creating something historic in the Virgin Islands. So what we're hoping to do, come home. There needs to be a mass return of us. And for those who are, Peter, ain't on a job for me, well, that's the thing. We come from a history of innovation, Emmett. Emmett, how did we become a people so complacent? Denmark Vesey's from these shores. The first man to lead a slave rebellion in the U.S. mainland. Sonny Rollins. Most jazz music you hear uses Sonny Rollins notes. He's from St. Thomas. Tim Duncan, arguably the greatest power forward to ever play the game, is from here. Charlotte Marley's Harbor at one time was the most profitable and important in the New World. The first slave insurrection successfully occurred in St. John in 1733. How did we become a people without passion? That says we can't take our grit, our fortitude and heart and create something wonderful. That's driving me crazy. So that's one of the reasons I'm running. We got to restore VI greatness, brother. We have to restore it. These things can be done. There's only 87,000 people in this territory. We are attached to the most prosperous country on God's earth. We are just not taking the bulls by the horns and standing up to Washington and say, look, we are partners. We are not a colony. We are partners. And I want in my campaign, Virgin Islanders, to have this sense of ownership. I don't know how we lost it. When I was growing up, St. Thomas was the place to be, bro. You remember. Everybody and anybody, Michael Jordan, everybody came through these shores. And somehow, my parents came here for that dream. A lot of Eastern Caribbean people came here for this dream. And somehow we stopped dreaming. This guy came to the gas station and said, Peter, ain't never gonna happen. Ain't never gonna change. Ain't nothing you gonna do gonna change. What if Dr. King said that? Me and you wouldn't be sitting here. Mm-hmm. The world belongs to idealists and dreamers, brother. Cynics have never built anything. I don't know something a cynical person has built. I'm a builder. And I know that's what we're striving to do here. We're trying to build. And take us back to our glory, man. Take us back to our glory. So I'm not disenchanted because Emmett, struggle inspires me.
Yeah.
If I don't wake up with a problem to fix, life is boring. So the problem we have to fix, okay, how do we get back to community? How do we get back to internal empowerment? This outside thing, we always need from the outside. I was at my brother's workshop very great program. And one of the ladies was like, sir, you guys are bringing all these guys to do the construction work. Why aren't we training our own people for this work? We got to get back to believing in each other, Emmett. Emmett, when I see you, you should see me, and likewise. We've become this dysfunctional. We're desperate. We're operating on desperation. I think it's a breakdown of leadership where our community is feeling robbed. Our community feels they wake up every day, they work, and the money's gone. Because people are not impassioned enough to care enough to create an environment where people are sustainable. Most Virgin Islanders don't want to be rich, Emmett. They want to be comfortable. They want to be comfortable. And they should be able to be comfortable in paradise. They should not live in a space where they see people coming in from the States with wealth and resources, live in Shangri-La and paradise in the homes that they were born in. Make a long story short.
I love it, Peter.
Yes,
I love
sir.
it. You say it with a lot of passion.
Passion. That's my slogan. Passion, perseverance leads to progress.
I love it.
It leads to progress.
So, following your decision
Yes, sir.
to pursue and become an aspirant, the candidate that is, aspirant candidate the same, how we think one thing, we envision one thing, and then along the journey it's something else.
Yeah.
So how was dream versus reality
man.
and this pursuit?
Oh, man. I will say this. We have to restore, and I guess it's a reason for it, but when I got into the race, I did not understand just how disliked and how much lack of belief and faith our people have in the political system, man.
I want to take 1 minute there.
Yes,
I want to
sir.
say good morning to Annalie Gum. She says, love all your points. You definitely have my vote.
Thank you,
Look, you can submit your questions right here. Just send it right there in the chat and we will ask Peter. Andrea Moore, good morning to you. Jeff Daniel says needs oversight. Melita Smith, you are watching, so good morning to you. Share the live, share it. And we're here talking live with Peter Bailey.
Yes,
Peter,
sir.
you've been here. You don't say a number. You don't say nothing.
I'm number
But
5.
go
See,
on.
I'm not accustomed to the politics. I'm number 5 on the ballot.
You're number 5.
Number
So
5. Fabulous 5.
When I go in there today, I
Yes.
got to say, I need to say number 5.
I mean, God gave you 5 feet, 5
I
fingers, 5
love
toes
it.
for
I
a reason.
love it. I
It's the
love
foundation, people.
5 every
5 is the
day.
foundation.
So remember number 5.
5 is the foundation.
I love
but
it.
to
I
your
love it.
to your
Hey,
question,
wait,
bro.
wait. Good
Yes,
morning
sir.
to Mingle. Mingle, one of the big Calypso writers out there. Saw Mingle on Monday. Mingle, Mingle will be there by the market, so big up Mingle. So, reality versus vision. How was that?
I heard people don't like politicians, but I did not expect. Like you could tell, I'm an idealist, bro. People always say, Peter, you always smiling. I have to. God gave me life. And he gave me life for a reason, good, bad, or ugly. So I didn't anticipate just how much our people don't have faith in the leaders. Like this lady came to me the other day, and guys, I'm down there at Petrus Gas. You could come and stop by, come vibe. And the lady ran. She said, no, I can't take it no more. You just beat me down. I have no faith. You know what she told me? It's like a woman when she meet a man, he wine and dine her, tell her the best things, and then when he get what you want, you kick her to the car.
That's all the people politicians.
Yes. Then this one lady was, you're going to pump my gas now, but when you win, you ain't going to come see me again. I did not anticipate just how much our people just don't have any belief and faith.
She said you're going to pump my gas
Yeah,
now.
she said, I ain't going to see you. You're going to be a worthless husband. You're going to just run the street. So I didn't anticipate that. Because, in my former life, but I would say from my pivot, films and art, it's people are more, they pat you on the back. Oh, wonderful film. With this one, it's like, what you coming for now? This one guy told me, forgive my French, but he said, I might vote for you because, what you say? Whatever you selling, I just hope it smells better than theirs. So I didn't anticipate that. But I will say this. I have a newfound respect for everyone that decides to even enter the race.
Okay.
Even go gain those petitions filed. Even that nomination packet. Well, I have a newfound respect. A lot of people say, well, I could do that. No, this is different. You have to really care about your people to do this. If you don't love people, bro, don't try to do this. Don't, because it requires patience. And the human thing in you is to get defensive, right? You're human. But then when you stop and think, you got to stop and say, Peter, you're asking people to entrust you with the leadership of their lives, their children, their grandparents. That's an honor. That's an honor. So the concept of what politics is and the responsibility has changed my life for the better. I would argue it's made me a better person.
Awesome.
Yeah, because when you live in the art world, bro, when you're making movies and stuff, bro, you're in a bubble, bro. You're in a bubble, and it could be a very egotistical bubble where everybody's, oh, great film, great. This is real life, like I said earlier. So that was definitely a transition. But it kind of pains me to see that our people they don't have faith in our leadership. And that's something I'm looking forward to restoring. I'm looking forward to that, restoring that.
Sounds good. So, Peter.
Talk to me.
Are you talking to us? You've laid out everything, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You laid out everything.
You can't, if you're going to do this, you have to have a plan and a vision. I would tell people, friends and family is something that's had been an issue here. Every candidate should have a plan and a vision. And every candidate, you can't promise people the world, right? But you could promise you'll do your best to try. You can promise you'll die trying to uplift home. This is home, Emmett. Emmett, I'm going to keep saying this. I don't know what happened. It's like an energy when I'm moving around the island. It's like a vibration is low. Like the spirit of our people is broken. Mm-hmm. We have to restore it because there's children. You know what upsets me the most? Kids are watching. I think as adults, in our huffing and puffing, we forget the children deserve the laugh in the sun. The children don't deserve our baggage. The children don't deserve to wake up on social media and see us bashing the place. If they grow up, me and you were going to Emmett, we were protected.
Yeah.
There was no social media to see our auntie and uncle cursing about who's stealing money on Facebook. So what is that doing to the psyche of the next generation of Virgin Islanders? So restoring pride and spirit and belief. I'm at the gas station. It happens every day. So I could count on one person to come to that station. Peter Bailey, I come to see you because you talking all this idealistic stuff, but I don't understand. You think this gonna change? Well, brother, it has to, or we'll all fall off the cliff. You see, when I'm speaking about change and restoring ownership and investing in our own islands, this is not something that sounds good, Emmett. This is a reality. A leader must have fought. You must see the future. What made me a great journalist, whether it be at the Miami Herald, Time Magazine, or Newsweek, is foresight. It's being able to have a vantage point to see what's coming. Because a picture can't see itself within a frame. Leadership requires a third eye. And what I'm seeing, there is a new Virgin Islands being built. There are people here coming with wealth, resources. Some are not really fans of people of color. Right? And a new VI is being built. And my fear is the leadership has been catering a little bit too much to that group, forgetting the base. So what we can have, Emmett, is your auntie, my parents, my cousins getting buried economically, and this new VI is being built above them, and we have nowhere to be. And that's what I see coming. And a leader must see. A leader can't go into a space trying to slow down the decline of a civilization, right? A leader must go in and create a future, a sustainable future. And I think, Emmett, I don't think I know. And it's not only the Virgin Islands. I don't think a lot of our leadership in this Caribbean region was focused on a sustainable future. I think it was too much, I'm going to go in there on a survival mentality, get what I can and leave. And we're seeing the fallout from that self-serving nature. We're seeing it. We're seeing it.
All right, we are here live and direct talking with candidate Aspirant Peter Bailey.
Yes, sir.
It is the last day for early voting here in the United States. Virgin Islands is primary election week. And on Saturday, all registered Democrats are invited to go to the polls. You can go today. Remember, you have the opportunity to do early voting. You can, but then it ends today. And then Saturday is the primary election day. We're talking with Peter Bailey, aspirant, before we had Rudell Hodge. But we want to give recognition to all who supported AllAhWeTv. We recognize everybody who offered themselves and, offered themselves and ran for any position that is Senate, gubernatorial ticket, delegate to Congress, Board of Elections, Board of Education, whichever position. I want to say thank you, Peter Bailey, Rudell Hodge, Kashif Hamilton, Avery Lewis, the team, Donna Freck, and Rodney. Gubernatorial tickets, so supporting and working here with AllAhWeTv, entrusting us to help push your campaigns. So we're going to make a quick pause, and when we come back, we're talking some more with Peter. Peter, come and Peter, show us a new side of Peter. Yeah. This is Peter for the people.
Yes, sir.
Peter, come like a preacher.
My father was a preacher.
All right, they're going to place this AllAhWeTv right here on the Rise Up Morning Show, right here on AllAhWeTv.
I rise to render my support for the candidacy of Donna Fred Gregory, Governor of these Virgin Islands. I can speak professionally about this extraordinary woman because I know her better than most. For many of you, she's a public servant, a leader, and a candidate. For me, she was my first boss and my beloved Sora. I stand as a product of her leadership. Under her guidance, I went from being a college student, entering the workforce, to someone in need of a second chance, and now ultimately serving as a Deputy Chief Financial Officer. My fellow Virgin Islanders, the signs are there. The signs are clear. Donna Fred Gregory does not sugarcoat the truth. Donna Fred Gregory does not play political games. Donna Fred Gregory understands budget. She understands priorities. She understands accountability. Most importantly, she understands how to make every dollar works for the people of these Virgin Islands. And Rodney Moorhead brings intelligence, professionalism, education, and a fresh perspective. My Virgin Islanders, are you ready for leadership rooted in integrity? Are you ready for leadership focused on people and what is best for our territory? Are you willing to settle for the same? Then join me and support the only unbossed, unboard, and unafraid team, Donna Fred Gregory and Rodney Moorhead.
Let's redefine getting ready. Today ain't just about stepping out, we stepping up. Starting with the essentials, the Levi Fisher bundle isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. Hydrating and grooming that bed perfectly. Next, let's not forget the skin. With Naked Luxury's Fairline Men, we taking premium care that leaves your skin irresistible. Why? Because self-care ain't just a luxury, it's a necessity. So before you head out, remember looking good is more than just clothes. It's about bringing out your natural charm. You think your woman and want to see you rough all the time? Don't forget, look good all the time. Take care of yourself.
All right, good morning and welcome back to What AllAhWeTv right here on AllAhWeTv is the Rise Up Morning Show, and we are here speaking with our brother Peter Bailey. Peter Bailey for Senate, owning a story, passion, perseverance, progress. ElectPeterBailey.com. ElectPeterBailey.com. Peter, you've known him as a writer, journalist, movie maker, ambassador of the Virgin Islands. I'm sure much more businessman because he's funding his own films. He's been on the national side, Miami, producing work alongside stars. Experience. You talked about how Miami reformed and made a great evolution to their landscape, their businesscape, using grant money. Yes. You talk about Office for Grants. Yes. But I don't want to go too far because we had a question that came in, Annalie Gums. We need to know if you will hold people accountable for not getting the work done. If so, what are some of the strategies you have in mind?
Annalie, that's a great question. I think the issue, what I see in government, just my time working and just doing business, everyone is in a silo. Each agency almost is in a silo.
Break it down.
In other words, there's no communication. Okay. The line of communication departments is slim to none. Each month, every government office should have a town hall, basically inviting the public a transparent conversation to see exactly what they're doing. And I'm not talking about these town halls where you have something and it's not robustly promoted. No. So you can say, well, we had something. No. I'm talking about an aggressive program where every month, every agency has a town hall, right? 1, a voluntary advisory council to address oversight and issues. I think the issues we're having is too many of these oversight committees are appointed by politicians, right? But tier 3, to her question, let's get the root of the problem. We have to start hiring and recruiting our best and brightest. This friends and family thing needs to end. In a meritocracy, the best and brightest gets the job. These people are impassioned about the job. They take a A-list, A-type mentality to getting the work done. Those people usually don't slack off, and those people usually don't cheat, right? It begins on who we're hiring. It's a culture. So once we create a culture of excellence, a lot of your hand baby sitting and having to look over people's shoulders, that ends. Emmett, you're a business person. If you hire an extremely talented, self-motivated person, do you have issues?
No.
No. You don't have to hold their hand.
No.
You know
and
who cheats?
You pay them what they work.
Yes.
When people are doing their job,
Yes.
and people are qualified for their
When
job.
when they're qualified,
because they are
yes.
going to give you the returns
Yes.
that you want and you need.
So
the
it's-
returns
yes.
that you demand. So once you're going to do your job, I mean, if
Yes.
you're doing your job and you're bringing in the returns, I mean, we are making
Yes.
3 times, 4 times the amount. So paying you the quarter
Yes.
isn't a problem if we're making
We
$1.
have to start nurturing a climate of excellence. From what I've seen, excellence is not rewarded here. There are too many government employees who have told me to some degree, they just try and get a little piece. They try and fly under the radar, get a little piece, and retire. That is not the mentality that's going to take us to the next level. This is not, look, like you said, I'm in the gym every morning. I'm about fitness. I'm about excellence. Now, some people could say, Peter, that's intimidating. Well, success is intimidating. And once again, let's take it back to the kids. It's not about us. At a certain age, it starts to be about those coming behind of us. So I think a lot of the corruption, a lot of the laissez-faire, the root of that is who we hire. The root of that is instilling a culture of excellence. People who have a desire to win, you don't have to look over their shoulder because they take that not as a job. We need to stop. That's another thing. We have to stop with this survival mentality. If you're employed in waste management, that's not just a job. You have to look at that as a defining role in the advancement and the development of our people. That goes back to community. When you see your role as integral to keeping this community, this village thriving, you're going to be proud of that job. You're going to be proud of that career because it's adding something. So what I'm trying to say, Emmett, Annalie, I rather get to the root of the problem. I think in the Virgin Islands, we wait too much. Let's take it there. We've had a bunch of gun violence, but it seems Virgin Islands is always playing catch up. It's always when there's a tragedy, then we go pay notice. No, we have to start to the root, getting to the root of everything. So I think a lot of our issues with the lack of accountability, laziness on the job, corruption ends with who we hire. And you need a merit-based system. I love my cousins, but if there's a job to be an engineer and my cousin is a barber, he's not getting that job. And he should not want that job. If you know you're getting a job you're not qualified for, you're selfish. So that means you're only looking for yourself and your own self-preservation because you know you can't do the job. If that answers the question.
So Jeff Daniel has
Yes.
a question. In your opinion, Peter, what is the most critical economic issue we face, and what comprehensive plan do you have to address it?
Well, we spoke about it. Empowering our small businesses through grant funding. We keep thinking the only monies available out here is federal monies. Like I just said, The Knight Foundation spent millions of dollars transforming the city of Miami into Silicon Valley of the East. And I was a beneficiary. My seed money to launch Nightcap Media was a grant from the Knight Foundation. And basically with tourism, people say, well, Peter, we got to diversify tourism. Yes, but we should never lose grip of tourism. We were blessed to be born in arguably the most enchanted lands on God's earth. So it's just the rebranding of our tourism product. We got to focus more, Emmett, on heritage-based tourism. As in, I don't like tourists. I like travelers. There's a difference. A tourist can go to Mexico, can go to Miami, go on the beach and drink rum. That's a one-time traveler.
Okay.
1733, people traveled to Ghana. People traveled to South Africa, certain historic sites to see Mandela's prison every year. That monument on St. John should be one of those sites. People should be just from around the world every year. I want to see where the first slave insurrection occurred in the New World. Heritage tourism, that's a long-lasting relationship. Those people are coming by because they're buying into the story. And then they buy property here. 2, the EDA. We have too many billionaires in our shores that, in my opinion, and a lot of our opinions, are not giving enough into the system, right? As a billionaire, if you move to a space, I won't say demand, but better relationships have to be built with these folks that invest in our territory. We just saw in the legislature that the scholarship fund, they can't even account for the monies. They can't even account for monies. So are we doing a good enough job in basically attracting wealthy individuals in our shores, and are they reinvesting and giving their fair share? Basically.
Got it.
And the hotels. Might get in trouble for saying this.
Okay, go ahead.
But this concept that I'm going to build a hotel in the Virgin Islands under the guise of development and offer jobs is malarkey. If you're going to offer our people jobs as waitresses and picking up the towels on the beach, you can keep it. I want hotel developers to understand when you come here, are you open into creating a vocational program at the university to groom our people into becoming executives? Emmett, I'm seeing too many people bring businesses here from the States, bringing in their people as their managers and executives, and our people to sweep the floors. That is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. It's either we train our people to reach that level of executive role. We're not going to keep running a plantation in this place. Not under my watch. No.
Peter Bailey, aspirant for right now. Primary election, and early voting. Early voting ends today.
God gave you 5 fingers for a reason. God gave you 5 toes for a reason.
Early voting ends today. So we invite you. We're taking this opportunity to speak with the candidates so you can hear them. And still, I'm sure there's your contact information on our website. Yes. If you want to give them your numbers now, you can. Give them the numbers if they want to call.
It's on the website.
It's on the website. It's on the website. Because make that informed decision. You don't want to say, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. So this is why we open the platforms. We say, come, you hear them. We had Kashif Hamilton. We had Avery Lewis. We spoke with at many different occasions. We spoke with Donna Fred Gregory. We spoke with Stacey Plaskett, Delegate Plaskett, candidate as well, down at the Frenchtown Father's Day event. We spoke with Lieutenant Governor Tregenza Rhodes. So it's all about getting you informed, getting you motivated that, hey, my decision, my one vote is a vote in the hat, is a vote in the ring, and is a vote for your decision for which way the direction our territory should go. Yes. We're coming right back. As we come back, we're going to talk some more with Peter. And we're going to start to wrap it up. Peter got his hand up. Peter is saying, what are you saying, Peter?
You got 5 fingers for a reason. You got 5 toes for a reason. 5 is a foundation. Represents foundation and rooted.
Annalie Gums says, oh my God, you need a hug for that, not a plantation. I love that.
Indeed.
All right. You stick and stay. Don't go nowhere. We're going to be right back right here on AllAhWeTv.
Clear blue skies, sun on my skin. Trade winds talking, it's calling me in. Smiles from the shorelines, craft with our hands, turning old stories into new plans. One living image of the Virgin Islands. All of our colors moving as one. Rhythm and motion, culture colliding. USVI, we rise with the sun. What's around us, turn it to magic. One big picture of the Virgin Islands. Yeah. One Virgin Islands. We make one big picture of the Virgin Islands.
Yeah. Also known as the Dundee. I was diagnosed with stage 2 prostate cancer on August 31st, 2017. That moment changed my life. The hardest part of the experience was the thought of not being here to see my children and grandchild grow. Luckily, my family and support team were real. They held food sales to show their support. My prayer warriors and doctors were phenomenal. Do I encourage men to get screened for prostate cancer? The answer is an absolute yes. If you're an African American male with a family history of prostate cancer, you should begin screening at age 40. If you are unsure about screening, talk to your doctor to decide if screening is right for you. Testing is easy. Early detection saves lives. I am a living testament, and that's a done deal. African American men are at an increased risk of getting and dying from prostate cancer more than any other race. Talk to your doctor to find out if prostate cancer screening is right for you. This message was brought to you by the Department of Health, Division of Chronic Disease and Prevention.
All right, that's Mr. Dundee Grant. He is the chief. He is the chief of St. Thomas St. John Fire. He's the chief of, the fire division, and he is, that was a powerful commercial we did many years ago, but the message is going to live on forever. Prostate cancer screening and all cancer screening, as a matter of fact. It don't matter your age, your gender. Get yourself screened, get yourself checked. I got to go and get myself checked. And I'm telling you, you gotta do it. I'm going to do it because Dundee, we're happy. We're happy when, those of us who are here who remember as he journeyed through his episode and his fight, and to be, praise God, victorious today, and always willing to share the message, encourage others to listen, get your screen and get yourself checked. And today, he's the fire chief.
Wow.
So if he didn't do what he had to do and put on the fight and such, he may not have been here today. And all of us have someone that we know we're connected to who may have lost their fight along the journey. So we want to make sure that, we do our part too. Yes and yes. Peter, listen,
sir.
It's been a good conversation with you here. You show us a new side of Peter.
Yeah. People say, man, Peter's so quiet. No, I don't like to waste words. I'm a very observant person. I like to think and absorb. And I've been, for years, I've been watching my home and seeing the spirit die. And I can't, I want to fight to make sure that doesn't happen.
I love
Make sure
it.
that doesn't happen.
I love it. So, listen, I have to do a quick transition on the camera, and then we're coming right back with Peter. Let Peter do his closeout. We're going to ask Peter a few more questions, and Peter does his winning speech to get you to push number 5, right number 5.
Number 5.
Do what you got to do with number 5. And we're going to have our talks with him. We're going to run a quick ad. We're coming right back. It's AllAhWeTv. right here. Irma, good morning to you. Jeff Daniel, Shani Liebert, Shana, good morning to you. It's been the Rise Up Morning Show extended. Because when the information flowing, like the word, like the message, you keep it going. All right? So we're going to be coming back right now, right here on AllAhWeTv. Don't touch that dial, okay?
My name is Arthur Solomon, and I'm here today to support Donna Fred Gregory and Rodney Moorhead for governor and lieutenant governor. I saw the things that she can do, her leverage, her education, her cleverness and her smartness in doing things and getting things done. And she has been a tremendous individual in the community because she have helped a lot of people. She have also gave to a lot of organizations, and she herself have started her own organizations. My endorsement for the team is beyond reproach. Meeting Rodney also, keen individual, very good, his posture, his delivery, and with having someone like Rodney as a running mate, hey, this is going to be one of the best tickets to ever traverse in the Virgin Islands. And we're looking for your support. As today you look, she has been Assistant Commissioner of Education. She have also been the Controller of the Correction Bureau. And also, she turned out to be a very good senator where she lead the Finance Committee and also the President of the Legislature. So you can see the quality in her is really insurmountable. Is nothing really you can find to say that Donna is not the person. Her vast experience in finance is unbelievable. And she's an organizer, and she executes very good. Don't forget, Arthur Solomon endorsing Donna and Rodney.
All right, we are back here on AllAhWeTv. I take off the tag right there, Donna Fred Gregory, Rodney Moorhead, Governor, Lieutenant Governor, vote number 3. All right, we are back here on the Rise Up Morning Show. We're with Mr. Peter Bailey. And Peter has been sharing with us, talking with us, giving us the deep thought, letting us know this other side of Peter that we have not seen before. But it was a good vibes, learning him, learning the passion, learning the fire. And hopefully he has convinced you and excited you to make and give one of your votes for him and his candidacy. So Peter, we were just doing it with Peter, your favorite food?
Ooh, good question. I don't want something too bougie, but I love some lobster and crab. I'm a seafood guy.
Lobster and crab?
I love seafood.
Lobster and crab, like separate, you want it together?
Ooh, it's a tough one. Lobster, but hell, that gets pricey, so I settle for the crab. I like Jell-O as well.
Jell-O?
I like Jell-O. My mother, I guess it's a sentimental thing. When I was sick as a child, she used to make me Jell-O.
You are a little spoiled child, but
no, I used to like Jell-O. I like Jell-O. Yeah.
You like some Jell-O?
Good question.
Fruits, though.
Pineapples. I'm a big fruit person.
You're a big fruit person?
Whatever I can get my hands, any fruit. That's why this drought is driving me crazy, because I'm losing some of the fruit trees. But definitely outside picking fruit is a very, very big part of my diet. I love fruit.
Have you been in tune to the past activities of the legislature? Anything that you've seen done that you've liked, or anything you've seen done that you dislike? And or also the second question is, any committee in the legislature that you're eyeing on that you think your expertise would fall in line for?
Yeah, the Committee on Culture. Definitely the Committee on Preservation of Culture. When coming to what they've done, I actually like the agricultural curriculum they've put in the schools. Because agriculture, if you can't feed, we import over 90% of our food.
Yeah.
I was in Bordeaux with the farmers, and imagine we can't shoot for export yet, but imagine if we grow enough food that at least 20 or 30% we growing here. That's very important to me. So the fact that they passed a curriculum for agriculture from the K through 12, that's great, because community gardens is something I really want to do. In different areas, different vacant lots, that's creating intergenerational experience where our elders can teach our kids how to farm.
I think I saw the picture with you down there, Bodo.
Yes.
Sorry. Peter Tal, you know, Peter leg all the way across the table.
6'8".
You know what I mean?
6'8".
Peter leg, like, you know, you go dinner with Peter, you guys sit on straight.
I'm a giant in real life.
Peter leg taking up the whole table. No, man, you still, you
But
get
the
comfortable.
agricultural piece is, I want to see us push the agricultural piece. We got to start growing our own
You know, when it comes to culture, it comes to agriculture, culture, a product. I always say, you can't push what you don't love.
And healthcare, the healthcare committee, because I think there's a missed opportunity. We should be the medical hub of the Caribbean. And that's a lot of monies, right? Where people, at least in the Eastern Caribbean region, should come here for healthcare once we build the healthcare infrastructure to a space it could be, because right now it needs help.
Yeah, so what we were saying with the agriculture, not taking away from that.
Yes, sir.
Because I saw you there. I think my uncle was in the picture of Spark.
Oh, that's your uncle? Okay, yeah.
And my uncle had a bill that he
discussed it.
He discussed the bill, and it's either 1% or 10%.
1% of it was 1% of all our monies go to agriculture.
1% of the budget go to agriculture,
yes.
and he equates to like something like $10 million or something like that.
And I didn't know there's 200 acres of government-owned farmland in Bordeaux. And he educated me, because, you know, I grew up with the stereotype, oh, we don't have the greenery and the soil like St. Croix. He's like, no, we used to have farms here before the tourism industry took over. So I think farming and agriculture is very important. Look at, bro, everyone is getting high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, because of what we're eating. And I would argue too, I don't want to say this, but some of our fruits, I don't know if you noticed, the bananas go bad quick. Like I don't know if we're getting the best the produce. I don't know if we're getting the best produce.
Bad quick, Peter.
But no, I'm just, bro, it's something about our produce. I don't think it's top tier. So I would love to see us develop I would love to see us learn how to go outside and eat. That's how we grew up. That's how our elders grew up. Our elders used to live until 100. Literally, I have cousins, bro, that are 98. My mother's 83. And I would tell you, I think she survived that stroke. The doctor said she shouldn't walk again or anything. The lady back to being sassy and everything. And I think it's because she grew up eating off the land.
I love it.
They grew up eating off the land. I want our children to learn how to, instead of going to the store for food, go outside for food.
Yeah.
That's very important. Very.
Well, Peter, we had a great conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Once again, thank you for offering yourself and for telling the Virgin Islanders, consider you. Give you a chance.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for positioning yourself there, identifying the needs, opportunities, and bringing forward a platform. Yes, I want to say thank you for that. Now I'm going to let you go ahead and you talk and you share your final messaging, who going to watch in the replay for them to vote for you.
Yes. You know, leadership comes in seasons, right? It's like anything else. You have to pick leaders for the time and the mood and the space. Right now, the Virgin Islands is in a fight for its life. We're in a fight to preserve our culture. We're in a fight to take over our elders. And we're in a fight to preserve our way of life as cost of living and gentrification is changing our demographics. I'm a fighter, Emmett. You know, and I proved it. After the hurricanes hit, I fought the entire American mainstream media for not covering our people. So what did I do? I produced those films. I went across North America advocating on behalf of our people. So technically, I was doing political work. I just did not understand at the time. So I've been advocating for our people. Right now, you go to Singapore. The films about the Virgin Islands, Paradise Discovered, are housed in the library in Singapore, New York City, Toronto, San Diego, Los Angeles. Those films about resilience in the Virgin Islands has been taught at Stanford, the University of Notre Dame, the University of Delaware, the College of William and Mary, and countless more. My point is, I'm a fighter. So right now we need leadership that's grit and spirit to fight for our people's rights. And I keep my word. I keep my word. I vow to myself, if I ever become something in life, I would take my talents, my God-given strength, to breathe life back into my people. And I've done that on the highest stage. I've done that on the global stage. Several years ago, our people voted me to be a VI Living Legend of Culture. So my point is, I keep my word. So Virgin Islanders, you can expect me in the 37th legislature, whatever Peter Bailey says he's going to do, or he'll die trying to make it happen. I keep my word, and I'm a fighter, and right now we're in the fight of our lives. And I look forward to fighting for our people. Simply put, so vote number 5. I love and appreciate you all.
Number five. I love it. I love it. I love it. Peter, it's been a great morning here with you. Thank you very much for coming through.
Yes, sir.
And thank you for keeping the fire. Thank you for going and pivoting the fire. Because like you said, you were advocating and the movie series advocating for rights. And now you saw the opportunity in regards to the voice, the need for us, to push and raise, the standards for ourselves.
Raise the standards.
So, big ups to yourself and thank you for that. Thanks for coming through. My Listen, God be with you. Thank you. All the best to you and your family. It's been a wonderful morning right here on AllAhWeTv, the Rise Up Morning Show. You know, one of them days you wish you could clone yourself and you put the clone to work and you just go to the beach.
I'll be at the gas station after I leave here.
You just clone yourself and you put yourself to the beach and the clone walk. But you know what's going to happen though? You know what's going to happen? The clone will meet you at the beach.
I wish I could go to the beach right now.
Peter, you gotta go.
I haven't been to the beach. I used to go every 3 days, at least 3 days. I haven't been to the beach since this campaign started. I need that spiritual therapy.
We're gonna say this here before we go. Jeff Daniel, Emmett Provost, Peter Bailey, this was mentioned. I'm planning to retire and move back home, but I'm worried about quality of life here. The hospital doesn't provide the level of care I need as I get older. Housing prices are out of reach for a lot of retirees and fixed incomes. And WAPA's reliability is a real problem. I'm visiting right now and just went through a 4-hour power outage. Jeff, respect to you, keep that power outage over there. I don't want it here. But anyway, we all do it. Sorry you're experiencing that. What are your concrete plans to fix healthcare access, housing costs, and WAPA performance so people like me can actually afford to come home? Jeff Daniel, Jeff, what I'd like you to do is send a message in AllAhWeTv with your contacts so Peter can call you directly. But briefly touch on that real fast there, Peter, for us. What are your plans to fix healthcare access, hospital costs, WAPA's performance, so people on fixed incomes or future could, live and
what
be
I would tell
there.
Jeff first, though, for those of you away, you have to understand you're coming home to help fix this, right? That's something we have to understand that. But when coming to WAPA, I think WAPA has been an issue, but what I'm not going to do is make promises about WAPA. That's going to take a while to fix. WAPA, we need to have an advisory council. Obviously, we need to have a team of engineers to oversee the finishing of this work that answers to a local advisory council. Because I never want to fully see our energy supply be taken out of our hands, right? But eventually, with our resource with the solar and wind, we have to move forward to green energy. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. With the hospitals, we have to partner, say, with the University of Miami and get a team of doctors rotating in here every 3 months, every 4 months, to start easing the burden and the lack of medical attention at the hospital, right? So those are some of the key issues. But on a larger scale, we have to understand, Jeff, you guys need to come home, add to this. You cannot continue being in the States just saying what's wrong and what's wrong. So I'm going to challenge our people. As a lawmaker, we are supposed to facilitate. So we're all in this fight together. So we need Jeff and the best and brightest, come home. Add your voice to this fight.
All right, it's been Rise Up Morning Show here at AllAhWeTv. I'm Emmett Provost. And listen, everyone, keep loving God, put God first, everything thereafter. The smile on your face is more valuable than the clothing you wear. That is Ras Red's slogan. I take it from you, Ras Red. He said, what you are, it's God's gift to you. Whatever you make of yourself is your gift to God. So listen, today, you keep smiling. What I encourage you to do, though, is Peter said he been to the beach in a while. You don't need to go for your dive. You don't need to go for no deep swim. What you could do is just take off your shoes, your socks, or your slippers, and just put your feet in the first part of the beach.
Okay.
And that in itself is therapeutic.
Right.
You up here, you know you might drive down that way by House John Bruce. Just go and put your foot there in the water and just feel it and feel that energy and have some minutes to yourself. Talk to yourself because listen, no, we don't want stress. It's a big killer. And we don't want no stress. We want you to have time for yourself. You work for someone or you work on a job, you're entitled to your 2 15-minute breaks. Take it. Take it. Don't answer the call. Have your lunch break. When you have your lunch break, you don't take the calls. You break. You know, my friend Jerry Smith, he is the Therapy Works. He's Dr. Jerry Smith of Therapy Works.
Oh,
and yeah, Jerry.
My football teammate.
Yeah, and he's also
at Eudora Ken.
He you from Ken?
Yeah, I'm Devil Ray. Where you say I from Ken? What I mean?
Ken?
What I mean?
You from Ken?
What I mean?
I from CHS. You from
your
Ken?
chicken out the fall of the sky.
Never. If you look out here right now, Peter, you're gonna see a chicken hawk flying high.
But who cooler than a Devil Ray? When that thing come in the water, all things stop. But we the same though. We the same. Chicken hawk Devil Ray is our love, man.
Yeah, man. But you know, Jerry, when Jerry goes to lunch, Jerry shuts down the office. His whole team, they go to lunch. And Jerry said he could go to his car, he could go around the corner, but the whole thing is to get out and just woosa.
You tell Jerry we in the middle of a campaign. Okay, our constituency don't want to see me on a beach right now.
No,
we
but
got things to fix.
20 minutes.
We got things to fix.
Put your foot in the water, you relax your wusa, and you come back for round 2. So everybody, you have a lovely day. Thank you for watching. We're going to leave you with a little musical insert from a few years back. There was Barry Hammond, live and direct in St. Thomas Carnival Village.
There is an overnight scheme over designed to keep me down. Straight up, no resistance. I'm gonna work it out. Lord, putting up resistance. I'm gonna work it out. Give me the hold the beat up, love me the way. I'm gonna stay up tonight. Love the springtime with my family. Staying home all day to rock. So get the pressure that I feel like. Every sense is the way I work. That just frozen into the past. Pulling up resistance. But I'm gonna pull up resistance. And I'm gonna work it out. Pull up resistance. Your perfume keeps me warm and you so much. Tired. What a perfect day. This will be now. Now look at me. Wanna go home. That's right. Don't know what to do now. Or what I should say, but I gotta make up my mind before a night turns a day. I remember the early she told me, I'll be waiting for you, honey. I'll make something special. But how am I gonna enter? I can't afford to wait. The lipstick stains. I've got to tiptoe. Say it for me, say it for me. It's raining. I'm tired. I wanna go home. resistance. Lord, I'm putting up resistance. Right now I think that we all need a brand new start. People everywhere need more music of the heart. Cause if there remains such a place that I can go, we'll set our story and help to know. Used to make it right away. Oh, it's not again. Used to wait. And we said, so the last night, it was on the way. What they play, no, we can come again. Oh, you be just the same. Oh, remember the song, just to make it rock away. Those were the days when love used to reign. Oh, yeah. I love you, my brothers and sisters. Thank you, family. The song used to make it rock away. Those were the days when love used to reign.
Why we love the Virgin Islands? What isn't there to love?